So, did you like part 1 of fragrances that are flankers? Well, are you ready for part 2? You want to see the next 7 fragrances in my collection that are part of a series or that are flankers? Well, meet me on the other side of this short intro and we're going to get right into it. Hey, I'll see you in just a second. Sit right there. What's going on, everybody? You know who it is. It is your boy, Trey Sense. Listen, greatly appreciate you for tuning in and stopping by the channel to see what I got going on. Now, before we get into this, I need something from you. Like, share, sub, and it's all free. That's it. That's all I need. So let's get into it, shall we? This is part 2 of a 3-part series. Fragrances that are, well, they're flankers. And for those of you who don't know what a flanker is, it is a fragrance that essentially follows another fragrance, has the same name. Normally they'll add intense or parfum or extra if you're fancy, but you know, we ain't fancy around here. Most of these are parfum concentration as well. Y'all ready to get into it? Okay, let's go. This next one, well, I say this next one. You can say it's the next one or the first one. We'll start in a familiar house. The OG is Cool Waters. In the part 1 video, I did Intense. Well, this one is still Cool Waters. It's from the house of Davidoff, but this is Cool Water Parfum. Not to be confused with the Intense. I should have put on a short sleeve shirt, but I just got home from work, so still got my work shirt on. Man, this is where I need the big old Sam Broom test strips, but I'm out of test strips. Well, let me get myself just a little spray on the hand. But again, key word here is parfum, and what makes this a flanker? The Cool Waters has several flankers. I think I have, I got too many to count. I know I got Cool Waters, I have Intense, I have Parfum, I have Street Fighter, I have, what is that one that just came out? It's not Wood, Sage, and Sea Salt. You know which one I'm talking about. Y'all smart, y'all know which one I'm talking about. Now this one. Again, this one is a richer, darker, cleaner take on the original Cool Waters. This one to me has more of the Cool Water DNA than the Intense does. The Parfum does, Cool Waters Parfum. Oh man. This smells really, really nice. I smell these fragrances when I do this video and I think, why don't I wear these fragrances more? Because they all smell really good. And this one is no exception to that. Typical, classic Cool Water bottle. Again, man. You get some of that sweet and some of that green that you get from the original Cool Water, but definitely richer and more modern. From the house of Davidoff, you have Cool Water Parfum. That's a good juice right there. Another flanker. Another flanker. This one is from the house of Versace in my DJ Khaled voice. Another one. Or my Manuel from Manuel's House of Aroma voice. And another one. Either way, from the house of Versace, it is Azaros Flame. This one, you can't go wrong with either Azaros or Azaros Flame. I'm interested in Azaros Parfum as well. I need to be on the lookout because I may see that one in the rag stores this time of the year. And if I do, I will probably pick it up. I want Azaros Parfum as well. And if I can find it in this size bottle, that would be perfect for me because that's all I need. Because all I have of the original Azaros is I think it's a 10 mil travel atomizer or decant that I got from, I got it from Cheapo. Anyway, nonetheless, this one, you get that same sweetness that you get from Azaros. And this is a compliment magnet, a crowd pleasing, I hate to use the word lady killer, but women absolutely love this fragrance and the original Azaros. You talk about conversation starter, a distraction, just walk in the room with Azaros on, and it's on. It's on. Somebody's going to tell you smell really, really good. Sauvage is the same way, especially Sauvage the Parfum. But you will have some people that honestly do not like Sauvage. It's hit or miss. This one, on the other hand, I've yet to run across anybody that did not like the way Versace Azaros or Azaros Flame smells. Now, you get a lot of the Azaros DNA with this one. It's equally as sweet, and I hate to use the same words, but that's what they are. They're just a little bit deeper and a little bit richer. That's what they are. Performs just a little bit better, but the original Azaros doesn't perform bad either. The first time I smelled this, I was not impressed. As I'm gonna find a little spot on my wrist here, give myself a little bit of a spray. And like I said, I just hit myself with just enough. And I don't want to waste a spray of fragrance, but you get that same sweetness. This one almost acts like it wants to go a little bit minty. But I'll tell you what, these are the type of fragrances, sweaters, hoodies, that type of material. This stuff right here gets in that type of material, and it just lingers and stays there for a while, and you will be smelling good and loving it. But another one right here, Versace's Azaros Flame. Man, that's good. This is a different kind. This one is a little bit more playful and a little bit more fruity, in my opinion, to the original Azaros. But nonetheless, I like it. I even like the name, Versace's Azaros Flame. That's a good one. All right. This fragrance right here is a flanker, but it is beautiful. From the house of Valentino, it is Uomo Intense. Flanker to Valentino Uomo, and I guess Valentino Uomo Aqua is a flanker as well, and I guess so is Point in Roma. They're all flankers. Man, that Cool Waters is smelling really, really good. This one right here is an irisy, powdery fragrance. I mean, that smile says it all, right? Nice, powdery. My goodness, that smells good. Classy, masculine, smooth, refined, powdery, slightly barbershop-y in the sense that it's powdery. I'm not sure if that's lavender or iris that's giving it that powdery effect. Man, I've got to get this on my skin more this winter. I've got to, whether I've got on one of my sweaters or one of my hoodies or whatever, I have got to get this on my skin more. From the house of Valentino, it is Uomo Intense. Goodness. Smelling this right here, you know, Prada Black is one of my faves, but as I smell this, I don't know, man. It's guys, if you have this, don't be like Trey Sense and pass it over for other stuff. Reach off in there, grab this out, and let that bottle. My levels are right here. I need to be whooped. I need to be whooped with a fragrance stick. My levels are right there. And I remember picking this up in Brentwood, Tennessee at either Nordstrom's rack, or no, I got this at TJ Maxx. The Nordstrom's rack and the TJ Maxx are right next door to each other. I found my Armani Code Profundo at the Nordstrom's rack. I found this at a TJ Maxx in Brentwood, Tennessee. Valentino Uomo Intense. So you can find great fragrances at TJ Maxx, and that, again, compared to the OG, it's sweeter and more powdery. But that is the intense version of Valentino Uomo. And why have I not been wearing that more? In my defense, we're coming into the season. It's time. I got to get that on skin. I need to put sticky notes on the fragrances that I need to wear more. This next one is absolutely one of my favorite fragrances. I'll never forget my ex-wife coming home from work. She had smelled it in a magazine and was like, I know what fragrance I want you to get, or I want to get you. And I'm just like, what? And it was Azaros Want It. So I got Azaros Want It. Then I smelled Want It by Night. Another one. I mean, it's just another good smelling, boozy, sexy, smooth, masculine type of fragrance. All of these fragrances bring a smile and a joy to my face and just make me think, man, we complain a lot in this country, but for guys like me to be able to sit here and do something like this, life is not so bad, and it's not just because I have fragrances, it's just, I don't know, I digress from that, but Azaros Want It by Night, love it. This is another one I've got to get on my skin. And I want to say I got this from Cheapo. I did. I want to say I got this from Cheapo, and I got it at a really good price. I want to say he charged me $30 for this. The Fragrant Life, my boy, my partner. But this is a beautiful, beautiful little fragrance. If I had somewhere to spray it, I would spray it just to get it on my skin. Azaros Most Wanted. No, Want It by Night. Most Wanted was last video. That's nice, man. That's just nice. Again, it smells gentlemanly, smooth, mature, boozy. Oh. Easy to wear. This is one you can dress up. You can dress it down. You can put this on with a nice sweater and some shoes and some blue jeans. You can suit and tie it. Me personally, I would keep it either hoodie or sweater. Just depending on which direction that I, wanted to go with it. But nonetheless, Azaros Want It by Night. That is a killer, killer fragrance. I have got 3 more. Back to the Land of Polo. And this is a flanker to Polo Red. And this is not Polo Red. This is Polo Red. I have Polo Red. This is Polo Red Intense. And this one, I pick up on a little bit of chocolate in this one, where the extreme went a little bit, not a little bit, went coffee. I get just a hint of chocolatiness from this one. But nonetheless, it is a great, great, great fragrance. I'm gonna just hit my shirt right there. It's not gonna stay on very long. Again, sweet fragrance. Something in it wants to give it a little bit of playfulness and kind of a chocolatey vibe. Polo fragrances are really, really good about, I'll be honest with you, it's almost like Red Extreme minus the coffee note, and that's what you have with this. But I really enjoy this fragrance. I think it smells good. And again, this is one of those that gets off in the fabric of your hoodie, and you will need it to extend the longevity of the fragrance, because it just doesn't last all that long. It's par, 4.5, 5 hours. But that's pushing it. So you definitely need to spray this on skin and let it do, on skin, on fabric and let it do what it do. You can't spray it on skin too. I mean, of course, it's a fragrance, but my suggestion to you is spray this all up in your business and let it get into that fabric and let it do what it do. That smells good. That smells good. Think, if you haven't smelled this and you've smelled Extreme, think of Extreme minus the coffee note, okay? I need to add Polo Red Rush. I had some samples of it. I never had a full bottle of it, but I have Polo Red, Red Extreme, and Red Intense. I need Red Rush. Yeah. Is that Polo Red? Yeah, I think that's Polo Red. I'm sitting there looking at it. Yeah, that's Polo Red. I think that's Polo Red, the parfum I'm thinking about. I forgot they came out with that one. But anyway, Polo Red Intense. Nice little pickup. And all of these are perfect for this time of the year, with the weather is cool. And again, I hate to keep saying the same thing, but if you wear a lot of hoodies, sweaters, sweatshirts, and you want to smell nice, but you don't want to just blow anybody out of the room, this Polo Red would work well. That Cool Waters would work well. Now, the Valentino, the Azaros Flame, and the Most Wanted, they're gonna stick around a while, so be careful with them. This next one is another flanker from a fragrance, excuse me, that has tons of flankers, and it is from the house of Viktor and Rolf, and it is Spice Bomb Night Vision, the EDP. Now, I plan on adding infrared, and I plan on adding Night Vision EDT. Night Vision EDT. Yeah, because I have Extreme, I have Spice Bomb, I have Spice Bomb Fresh, which is one a lot of people just slept on. Great smelling fragrance, and the original Spice Bomb, and this one. So I will be adding, hopefully, infrared and maybe the EDT of this. This one, just a very modern. Let me hit my cuff of my hand right here. I'll find a place to spray a fragrance. Again, just enough to get a scent. I don't like wasting fragrances. Man. I'll tell you the one thing, Spice Bomb did a good job of this one. A lot of times with the flanker, you pick up on the DNA. No, this one could have been a totally different fragrance in its own from Viktor and Rolf, and here's why I like it. I love a smoky fragrance. I do. I love a fragrance that's got that burnt, smoky, Middle Eastern vibe to it, and that's what I get from this one. What is it? Kush, Hindu Kush? That type of scent. That's what this reminds me of. Just but then it turns really, really sweet. But that opening, I love. Absolutely one of my favorite fragrances, and another one that I need to be hit upside the head with my fragrance stick for not wearing. From the house of Viktor and Rolf, it is Spice Bomb Night Vision EDP. This just turned out to be one of my favorite videos to do. Whew, but I love it. Spice Bomb Night Vision EDP. And last but not least, this one is not going to be any stranger to you guys. It is a fragrance that you've seen all over the place. It is known as one of the king of date night fragrances from the house of Dolce & Gabbana, and it is the One Parfum, or EDP, which is a flanker to the One EDT. Now, I get decent performance out of the One, out of the OG. So I'll sit here and think, is this going to end up being a 4-part video? Because every time I stop and think, I'm reminded of another flanker. Like, this fragrance has 4 or 5 flankers itself. So every time I stop and think about a flanker, I think, hey, this may end up being a 4-part video, guys. But I know for sure it's going to be 3 because this is 2. But anyway, this one needs no introduction. You already know. Sweet, romantic, date night. Smells really, 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 really good. A little sweet, a little boozy, a little gourmandy. very casual but dressy at the same time. I really think this fragrance would have gotten more love had it been made by YSL or somebody like that, but not that Dose is a slouch in the fragrance world or anything like that, but I think it would have went over better in the fragrance community. And I gotta get myself ahead of this too. I mean, I may as well. Oh man. And all of these have, I'm gonna have to wear these. Whew. That just smells good, y'all. Again, sweet, a little bit boozy, not overly sweet. It's more of a 2010 sweet as opposed to the 2022 sweet. Definitely sweet, definitely boozy. Definitely says, come here and cuddle with me. There's not a woman alive that's not gonna like this scent. I'm just saying, and I'm just throwing it out there because I'm single, and a lot of you single guys out there as well. Absolutely beautiful, stunning fragrance. I do like the EDT as well, maybe even better. So don't feel like, well, I don't have the EDP, I just have the EDT, so I'm not. If you got the EDT, rock it. Again, this one is a little bit stronger. They said they fixed the performance issues, but I get decent performance out of the EDT. I just spray it on my clothes, and that helps a ton. It helps a ton. I get 5 to 6 hours out of the EDT. So this one does well as well. From the house of Dolce & Gabbana, it is the one, EDP, which is a flanker. I'm gonna have to decide whether this is going to be in 3 parts or 4 parts. So you've already seen 1 and 2 at this point. So part 3 will be coming up in the next day or two, maybe Friday, and then maybe part 4 Sunday. I don't know. But again, this has been part 2 of fragrances with flankers, or successful flankers, or however you want to word it, in my humble collection. Listen, guys, I appreciate you all returning to the scene of the crime and stopping by the channel to see what your boy got going on. With that being said, you already know I got to edit, thumbnail it, get it up, and get it out so you can see it. I love you all, and may God bless you all. Until next time, guys. Peace.